Caution them. Make it an anthem. Land of Guyana, of rivers and plains. I'm a real Guyanese. From the time when I step on the scene to the moment me leave. I'm a real Guyanese. From the red to the black to the gold to the white to the green. I'm a real Guyanese. And nothing can change me. So nothing can change me. I'm a real Guyanese. I live living in a foreign country. So nothing can change me. 6 races, beautiful faces. Put your hand them in the air if you're not racist. I pledge myself to honor always. I will never disgrace this. Then want peace how we mop. Wait your mothers, we not give you that. No, not one caress. Not a blade of grass. Listen up, 83,000 square miles. Oh my God, we find aisle. Me not tell you no lie. Guyana nice, but me swear for my life. Land of many waters, bring out all the leaders in the son them and the daughters. If you want to be fight, no, not at all. I'm a real Guyanese. From the time when I step on the scene to the moment me leave. I'm a real Guyanese. From the red to the black to the gold to the white to the green. I'm a real Guyanese. And nothing can change me. So nothing can change me. I'm a real Guyanese. I live in a foreign country. So nothing can change me. Big up stop broke. Allow it tough crook. It now is pretty so nobody try act shook. God big up GRM, me know I'm a tax look. And when me have the money, me can go for my bank book. Beautiful Guyana, we there in South America. Land of kite, the flora and the fauna. Independent people, so we do what we wanna. Never violate because you could become a Ghana. Them love we country, all the foreigners, them children salute you. In the Indian temp, long we border, we no want no problem. Never fall, we forever standing. Me love how God make you, would never forsake you. Unique in every way, God I never mistake you. If Guyana was a girl, we surely would date you. That's why them want take you. I'm a real Guyanese. From the time when I step on the scene to the moment me leave. I'm a real Guyanese. From the red to the black to the gold to the white to the green. I'm a real Guyanese. And nothing can change me. So nothing can change me. I'm a real Guyanese. I live in a foreign country. So nothing can change me. I'm a real Guyanese. From the time when I step on the scene to the moment me leave. I'm a real Guyanese. From the red to the black to the gold to the white to the green. I'm a real Guyanese. And nothing can change me. So nothing can change me. I'm a real Guyanese. I live in a foreign country. So nothing can change me.
All right. Sorry for that. A pleasant good morning once again to everyone who are locked in on this episode of the program. I want to say thank you so much. Thank you so much for being a part of this random live or random discussion this morning. But however, we have to do what we have to do. All right. So I want to take this opportunity to acknowledge those present. I see we're having Krista Kurbusat. Good morning to you, my brother. Carl Fitku. Good morning, Carl. We have Ann Andrews Peters. Good morning to you and your wonderful family, guys. Wherever you locked in from, you could let me know so I can give a shout out to each and every one of you. And if you have anything to say on the live this morning, you can call in on 611-0200. You can call in to share your views and your opinions. I always give people that option to call the number on the bottom. All right. So, yes, feel free to call in this morning or whenever you want to call in. So once more again, it's been a while. I haven't been here, but I've been touching with you all in between on my Facebook page. I will make some posts, I will share some posts with you, and I will do one or two short lives and so on. All right. But however, I'm always here. I'm always here for you, the people. I'm always here to ensure I bring out the good news. And Andrews, you're from Barbies. Good morning again, and thank you for locking in all the way from Barbies. Trey Khan, good morning to you, Trey. Troy Khan. If I have the right Troy, I've never seen you on my live before, but thank you for being here this morning, brother. If you were here before and I never seen you, my apologies because I don't want to say that you're never here, and so thank you for tuning in, Tiffany Regis. Good morning to you. And where are you guys from? Let me know where you locked in from, guys, so I can give a shout out to you and your communities, your family. If you're celebrating your birthday today, your wedding anniversary, feel free to call in and give a shout out to that special one or those special ones on their special day, whether it's anniversary, whether it's birthday, whether it's a special event. Just let me know. If you have an upcoming event, if you have an upcoming event in your community, if there's an event today like a barbecue, a fun day, whatever, feel free to just call in and share the word out. I would say to people all the time, I want you to utilize this program as much as possible, on sharing your information and putting the message out there. Feel free to utilize this program. The rap is here for you. The rap is here for the people. And I will say to you, this comes at no cost at all, right? I always say this on my program. My program is fully funded, and I don't have to, or nobody has to pay me anything. If you want to put out a little ad, or you want to, it is free of cost. Good morning, Vicky Danaram. Good morning to you. Vicky's all the way from Madhya. What is going on in Madhya? How's the weather up there, Vicky? What's going on in your area? Madhya is a beautiful place. Um, I have Carl Fitu all the way from Malali. Carl. So Carl, tell me something. Y'all getting proper internet up there, man? Because you're on the live here this morning from Malali. I am so happy. I am so overwhelmed to see that, I've been traveling recently, frequently around the countries, and in more in the Amerindian villages, the indigenous communities, some persons might say. And I am amazed to see that people have access to internet service. You know, um, I must say thanks to the government of Guyana, thanks to the Irfanali led administration, for doing this for the people. The people now can be well informed. The people, like for instance, Carl is all the way in Malali. Years ago, Carl had to wait on a newspaper to get up Malali by boat. Now today Malali is being upgraded by far. I can say thanks to the Tushao of Malali. Continue doing your good work, Tushao. Lindsay. It is Lindsay is doing a good work in his area as well. Malali is upgraded by far. Now I can say there's a road being pushed. Of course, I say push, but there's a road. You can drive straight to Malali, straight at the river, the waterfront. You could drive all the way to Malali, and that is what we call a caring government for all Guyanese, even our Amerindian brothers and sisters. We have Ashani. It is Ashani. Haradat is all the way from Moruka. What is going on in your end, Ashani? If I have it correct, what is going on in Moruka? I see somebody say here we have, Troy Khan is from Trinidad. Thank you, Troy. All the way. We have Trinidad locked in on the program this morning. We have good morning. That's Orin Francis locked in from Moruka as well. So I have Moruka, and I do have two Morukans. We can say Morukans right there this morning. I must say I want to take this opportunity to share my condolences on behalf of my family and behalf of the People's Progressive Party Civic and the government of Ghana, to the families, the bereaved families of those teachers, those two teachers that lost their life. I was made to understand it was the head teacher and one of our junior class teacher who lost their life yesterday. I think it was yesterday, if I'm correct. All right. I think it was the wee hours in yesterday morning, where that the boat collided with an army. I was told it was an army vessel, an army boat as well. I think it was a Coast Guard boat. They collided, and that those two teachers lost their lives. That's so sad. And I once again would say condolences to those families, to those bereaved families. It's hard to lose someone. It's hard to lose the loved one, for a matter of fact. All right. So it's very painful to see. So once again, Orin Francis, if you're related to those people by chance, condolences. But if you're not, please share this with them for me. All right. Troy Khan from Trinidad. We have Carl Malali. Somebody else I saw their message just now. Ashley, I saw that. I have Tanja. Is it Tanija Monilal? Good morning to you, Tanija. Tune in. Curtis Adams. Good morning, Joyanne. Good morning, Beverly Marco. Good morning to you, sir. Let me pull up your comments, man. I like to see the comments. Good morning to you, sir. Just want to extend birthday greetings to my beautiful granddaughter Aria, who's celebrating her third birthday today. See you on Tuesday, watching from Trinidad. Beverly, I would appreciate it if you call in on WhatsApp. Those persons would love to hear your voice. Your granddaughter would love to hear your voice on the program saying, "Good morning, Aria, and happy birthday to you." So feel free to call in, Beverly. Call in on tap in on the you have the number at the bottom there. Add it to WhatsApp. Call in and let Aria hear your voice here this morning. So it's good of you to share that. And I have my good friend Shirley Surge Bali. Shirley, I haven't seen you a while. Shirley, I gotta come and look for you. Right? Anybody see Sally Jones, Soma Bipat, please tag them. Please tag Sally Jones, Somo Bipat on the live, please. Somebody please tag Sally Jones. Those two people don't got no manners when they come on, but I love them. They do a great job. They defend us at any time. We have Silverine Gomes watching from Letem. Thank you, Silverine. Silverine, how is Letem so far? I only came back from there a few days ago. I will be there back very soon as well. So good morning to you, Silverine, all the way from Letem. Silverine is saying condolences to the family. Yes, Silverine, it's a sad situation, right? Irene Ramcharan, good morning. Ganesh Rajawan, good morning. Pam Francis, Shakira Alexi, my good friend, all the way from Blueberry Hill. Good morning to everyone. So I would like to say good morning to everybody individually on this live, but we have so much we want to discuss. We have some things we want to discuss. And guys, this is a rapid discussion this morning. It's an open discussion. I would really want to hear your input. I always say the person call in on the program, call in 611-0200 to share your views and opinion. If something is bothering you, even if you got a chigger in your toe and it's bothering you, call in and let us talk about your chigger. Right? So that's just a little, trying to be a little, Good morning to my dear friend Lacho Mohabir, one of my, my loyal fan and follow. Good morning to you, Lacho. Thank you for tuning in. Right. So, guys, first thing on the agenda this morning, I want to touch on this morning is GPL. A sordid discussion. When people hear GPL is pronounced in many ways. People said GPL, GPHELL, GPL. Some people said GPLS, Guyana Power and Light Shortage, and all kind of name they have the GPL. But this morning, I want to touch on some points some persons would have sent to me, and I would really love your input, especially those persons who are being affected. I don't want to say in Georgetown because I know by extent persons on the coast and other areas are being affected. And I would really love to have your input because I want you to know, guys, my program is being viewed by those in authorities who sponsor this program. And it's not just a program where I come here and talk. They listen to you very well and they jot their points down. If you don't know, right? The government always listens to the people, and they have a whole lot of channels on social media, on the radio, on the television, and they listens from different area. And you need to put out your information out there. So please feel free to call in this morning as we discuss. Good morning, Ganaram, one of my followers. Good morning to you, and thank you for tuning in. Camila Duncan, all the way from Sand Creek. Wow. Guys, y'all know where Sand Creek is located in the deep south of the Rupununi. And we have Camilla Duncan is from she's is it I'm sure Camilla is from, it has to be a her. Camilla is all the way from Sand Creek. Camilla, I'm literally going back to my message here. I am looking for a number. I'm looking for a number here. Somebody made contact with me this morning. Sorry, not this morning. Somebody made contact with me. I think it's a day last week, and they were trying to get on to a guy by the name of Mr. James. His father is Mr. James or something like that. And that person's reached out to me. I can't find him information at hand here right away to get to you, because I would love to ask you to see if you can do some digging up for me. But Camila, could you inbox me and remind me so I can share the name with you, and if you can help me locate that person? Apparently, he was working with some people and they had some outstanding monies for him and they wanted to pay him. That is what actually they asked me to take the money, but I would prefer they make contact with the individual first, make an arrangement. So when I'm heading into that area, I can dispatch the funds to him, ensure it's accurate, and so on. Right? So please, Camila, please touch base with me after the program. Right? I'm watching from Enterprise. Thank you for tuning in, Mr. Enterprise. I'm just seeing Facebook use. I'm not seeing your name. Danny Prashad. Danny, my brother, Danny, you've been missing a while. I haven't heard from you a while, my brother. I haven't seen you a while, but Danny, thank you for tuning in this morning. So, guys, let's go back to our main discussion, which is GPL. So, there are tons and tons of messages that I can put up here this morning to share with you to show that, Guyanese in general, and more so those who are affected, right, are being they are so tired with the situation of GPL. Good morning, my brother, my little brother Jason Wilson. Good morning to you, bro, and I do hope you guys have a safe trip heading back to your home today, right? And good morning to our your hardworking REO from Region 9, Mr. Carl Singh. Good morning to you, brother, as well. Carl is doing a wonderful job in Letem Region 9, and continue to hold your ground, my brother. Right? Don't let nobody distract you or keep you down. Do what you have to do, Carl. Do what you have to do, Jason. Do your job. Remember, at the end of the day, you have the people to serve, and do so without fear or favor. Right? Good morning to the REO, to the the original chairman of Letem as well, Mr. Ali Cock. Good morning to you, Mr. Brian Alicock, and do have a wonderful day. You're doing a tremendous job in the Rupanunis as well. I'm there often, and I can tell you, not forgetting Mr. John Macedo, the mayor of Letem as well. He's doing a tremendous job. Mr. Macedo and his team, I was in there. Well, like I said, I'm in there frequently, back and forth. And I can tell you, Letem is far way upgraded. Guys, y'all need to take a travel to Letem. You need to take a trip to Letem, because you would see the difference in community. The community is clean, the environment is clean, business as usual, and economically, you can see Letem is moving up. And I must say that Mr. Macedo, as the mayor, is doing a wonderful job in Region 9, in Letem, in keeping his town peaceful and clean. So that's it. And while I'm touching on this, I want to touch on a point, and I don't want nobody to take this in the wrong when I'm speaking specifically of the people in Letem. And I'm hoping that the regional chairman, the regional executive officer, and the mayor, the three key people in that area, can listen to me here. Now, I've been traveling, like I said, back and forth to Letem and other communities. And I've noticed of recent, when I was there, I came out from there 2 days ago, and I was sitting over at Transguyana there on the bench waiting on my flight. And while I was sitting there, I observed there were cabs operators there. We call them taxi. And something struck me there as I sat there. First thing, I saw about two cars, and they were working taxi. you wouldn't imagine the condition. First, the condition of the drivers. The driver came out to the car with a three-quarter pants. He has on a dirty rubber slipper. He got on a short tear. Look, we cannot say to you how to dress, right? But you are providing transportation, public transportation, a service of public transportation, especially driving a registered hire car, whether it's HA, HB, or HC, or HD, because I guess it's in HD now, right? You're driving an H car, a hire car. The law, the traffic law stipulates of your code of conduct, your code of your dressing code, how you must be properly dressed when you're driving a hire car, right? Now you come out of the car, your skin is all, well, let them is red dust, we understand. But still, your condition, you have to be neatly dressed. You're providing a public service, public transportation service. And more so, what upset me, LETEM or Region 9 in general, Region 9 and Region 1 is the two most, I can't leave out Region 7 and Region 8. But let me speak for Region 9. Don't let me expand this. Region 9 is one of the most effective area as it relates to tourism, right? I can tell you a lot of tourists travel from Region 9, from Georgetown, Linden, out to the country. People travel to Guyana to go to the Rupununis, right? Now you have tourists coming to your community, coming to your region. And the first thing they meet up with when they go to catch a taxi is a big, dirty taxi driver. His pants tear up, he got on a rubber slip, he hearing comb, he face white, and all these things. I have to speak about it. You understand? Now, in a tourism industry, I say in tourism industry as LETEM Region 9, I believe that those in authority there needs to address these issues along with the Guyana Police Force. Why I said the Guyana Police Force, once you're operating transportation, providing public transportation, you have to be neatly dressed, and also you have to ensure that you abide by the law, because you can't be working a private car providing higher service for travelers or for tourists. Mind you, I'm not saying that, because the first thing the bullies them gonna jump out on me and say, oh, everybody deserve a living. We know that. I'm not saying I worked private hire car before once in my earlys. I used to, catch a hustle. But it is wrong. It's not right. And then especially for persons who are doing it, right? Still, you have enough time to regulate yourself. You have some time to fix that. And if you're providing service, especially tourists going to Region 9, y'all have to up your game. Now think about it. Think about I driving, or think about somebody driving. I want to think about a fancy vehicle. Think about somebody driving a Porsche, or somebody driving a one of those big fancy car like what Mohammed's got. Or driving a fancy government vehicle. And when you jump out that vehicle, your condition doesn't match. You understand? Your clothes tear up and all these things. Now, why I'm saying this is that LETEM is upgraded by far. The area is clean, right? And you providing a shabby service, that doesn't matter. That doesn't make any sense. So somebody's saying it. Listen to something, Mr. Terrence Eon Rose. You have no authority on coming on my program here to tell me what to say and when to say it. If you can't wait and you have an issue with whatever I'm addressing here, do yourself a favor and remove, or I can remove you peacefully, right? You don't pay for my internet. You don't pay for my time. So you have no authority to say when I should and what I should speak about, sir. Right? If you travel to 18 countries, look what, things like this. Listen to something. Look at this. Look at this chap coming. I travel to 18 countries and all over. I meet taxi drivers like that, and some dress decent. Now, this is a problem. This is a problem we got, people. Put back this man coming. Put back Terrence coming. This is the problem that we got in these countries. Right? Things have gone wrong for so long that doing the right thing now seems wrong. Now you are trying to pull people up to let them get themselves intact. But we have an idiot here who traveled 18 countries as he claims. You understand? He traveled 18 countries as he claims. And he see them dressed like that. Well, that is okay for you, and that is okay for the 18 countries. Guyana is a more upgraded country, and our society, our people mentality has to change. You understand? The mentality of the people have to change, and there's people like us who have to continue to speak to them, teach them the right thing to change it. Because if you're going to apply that you travel 18 countries and you see that, that is for them. We don't want that in Guyana. We need it to change. And we have to make that change individually. Don't look on what other people do. That's what you're doing here. You understand? That's what you're doing here. So don't bring that nonsense to me, man. You just woke up me nerve this early morning. Honestly. And why? Your words doesn't offend me. It's just the ignorance in it, the arrogance. You understand? Right? Thank you very much, Cecile Ramsrud. Thank you very much. Right? So I'm saying that you're going in a tourist destination and you turn up, and the first thing you have been approached by is an untidy taxi driver that is providing service to you. You understand? We don't expect you to be perfect, but at least dress properly. You understand? The other thing, you wouldn't want to see the condition of the vehicle as well, the condition of the car. When you go inside, the seat tear up, I said the dust, and come on. People traveling with their computers, people traveling with clean clothing and these things. And, what sort of, you're trying to share these, you're trying to share these ideas to people so they can understand. You need to upgrade yourself. Our country is moving in a rapid pace of development. And still, people can't get themselves together. And at the end of the day, when anything goes wrong, who you think get the blame? The government at the end of the day. When the people travel back to their respective country, you know what they said? By the first thing I'm going to talk about, I jump in a taxi there. Look at this taxi condition. Look at the driver. Guyana needs to do better. The government needs to do better. That's what the people is going to say. The government will get the blame. The country will get the blame when it's people like people like Terrence Ian Rose who sits to encourage people like that. But I wouldn't give you any more attention, sir. You're irrelevant. So moving on. Good morning again to Cecile. Thank you for tuning in. Lynette Cornelius, Brian Nagamoto, good morning. Right? So I'm saying this, you're trying to correct people and you have people coming here talking nonsense. Let them, in general, since people hear let them, people think about the Rupununis, people think about touring, people think about the Kanaku Mountains, people think about the Mokomoko Falls, people think about, all the attractive sceneries in the Rupununis. So how will that match if you go into an environment, if you go into a region for tourism, but then that is your force? That's it. Imagine you enter to the region and that is what you have been met with. Terrence, that's the problem I'm saying. First of all, that's not a government issue. That's a personal hygiene. That is what I'm saying. Terrence, you sound like you got good sense, but something wrong with you this morning with your comment there. You understand? But who you think can get blamed in the end of the day? When those persons don't want to take care of their personal hygiene, the government can get blamed. Because tourism is one of our main industry. What brings in resources, what brings in revenues here in Guyana, and we have to treat it better than how we treated it here. And although it's a personal hygiene, I believe that the authorities in the region as well can address these issues. You understand? The Guyana police force can step in and ensure that these people are properly dressed. You're operating a hire car. So, you must think, I must think before you comment sometime on people program or people post, because some of y'all come with some ignorance early morning. Right? So anyway, guys, let me move forward. I'm not upset. Let me tell you, they ain't got no, but I don't think they have anybody that can upset me. Right? My skin are very thick, and I could address issues with a smile here. So, guys, I want to get on the real issues according to Mr. Terrence here. We're going to talk about GPL, one of our discussion this morning. So, persons are suffering a lot, and I can say a lot economically in Georgetown. And for those who, by extent, who are affected by GPL around, I won't say around the country, around Region 4, probably Region 5, wherever GPL supplies electricity. Of recent, people have been losing a lot. Business people complains, people send videos, people send photographs. One man doing ice cream, how much he lost, completely everything. The other person, they sell chicken and beef, the butcheries, all these things. These people are losing. You understand? Apart from that, people are losing their appliances as well from the unstable electricity. And at the end of the day, excuse me, at the end of the day, these people are not being compensated for their losses. And again, I would say to you, if persons don't know, or if persons don't have a clue who to address, all right, if persons don't know who to address or who to blame, because I love to use the word blame because people like blame. People jump on the government again. Now, a few days ago, look, I was just talking about the taxi driver and all this thing, and this is somebody from overseas. She said, "Good morning, sir. I don't want to declare a name here. Yes, most of them taxi drivers need good shower, at least use some sort of deodorant. You see? And mind is not only let them this is happening. You understand? Not only let them this is happening all around. So this is what the person is saying. All right? So persons have been complaining bitterly about how they're being affected by the unstable electricity of GPL. And this is a soaring issue for a number of years. Many years. I grew up hearing about GPL. You understand? And today we still can't fix that. Today we're still seeing and hearing about that and how people are suffering. A few days ago, I did a live, and I spoke on some issues as it relates to where persons in various ministries and organizations and entities here in Guyana are more so party inclined and politically affiliated, that they are blinded by their politics, that they will not or they cannot perform their duties because they're blinded by being party affiliates and loyalists and they're politically motivated. And I can tell you this is one of the issues that this government has to deal with. This is one of the issues that this government has to deal with. Yeah, wait, let me block this sportsman. This sportsman, but what? It's been nice. Yeah, please don't open those links. Right? Those are those scam people coming on here with their link, and when you click in their link, yeah, please don't open those links. And I see they're tagging a whole lot of people here. Block them. Please. Guys, yeah, please don't open this link you see from It's Been Nice. Yeah, don't open it. I see they're tagging people too. Camila Duncan and all three. Yeah, please don't open it. These are a set of scams. They're coming here. And when you open the link, they hack your phone. Right? Yes. So these persons are politically inclined. These persons is what I call, they are politicians. You understand? These persons are in there to ensure that the government fail. These persons are in there to ensure that everything they do must distract the development that people is seeing around this country. And let me be very clear here. GPL, the Guyana Power and Light Service, or the Guyana Power and Light Service Inc., or whatever it's called, it's one of the political strategy by the APNU. They still have a lot of people who are of the PNC or the APNU by extent that works in GPL. Now, some persons might not like this because they might say, oh, you're doing ethnic cleansing. That's the first thing they call it. And the victimization of Afro-Guyanese, or whatever they want to call it. But I believe, and I'm going to say it here again, if I was the president of this country, for a matter of fact, not the president, let me say just a minister in a ministry where I have to function, the first thing I will be doing, not ethnic cleansing or victimization, I will be doing a thoroughly cleansing. Because if I have a ministry to run for 5 years, I have a ministry to manage for 5 years, I'm going to ensure that every single day of my 5 years in office, I must do everything within my utmost best to serve the people uninterrupted. So if I'm here wholeheartedly want to serve my people, and I have moles inside that are distracting, that are leaking information, that are trying to sabotage, rightly said Lynette is saying here, sabotage is the word, trying to sabotage my ministry, technically you're sabotaging me. Because you want me to look bad. Under my ministry, you want me to look bad. And by extent, my government will look bad if my ministry does not perform. My president will look bad if my ministry does not perform in the best interest of the people. And this is what is technically happening. Not only GPL, we have this going on in ministries right now. We have people in these ministries that are leaking information. And then you got the APNU or the PNC with their weak self, nothing positive to contribute. They will take that and then they will put it in their own design and perspective, and then want to destroy the government, they will put it out there. Let me be very, very clear. There's a lot of people out there who's prepared to destroy this government on the opposition side. And I want to be very clear here. I'm going to say it here too. There are some within. You understand? There are people who are taking screenshots and voice notes and messages and these things and send it to APNU people to destroy officials of this government. I have evidence of that. You understand? I have evidence of a recent issue. People inside of the party, or claim to be a part of the party, they're taking screenshots and voice notes and messages and send it to APNU people to destroy their own people. Because why? They want the person position or something. Y'all need to stop that evil and wickedness. Stop it. Because you're doing no good. You're just doing yourself harm. You will be caught. You will be caught. And I want to take this opportunity right here to warn you to desist immediately, especially of that particular incident that I'm speaking about. And you know yourself. Desist from it, or else I will expose you to the public. You understand? If you have an issue, deal with it internally. Don't bring out your dirty linens like the what they do. Everything they shout in the public, everything. They don't know to solve issue internally. Although they have a constitution that speaks of internal issues and affairs to be dealt with, PNC can't do that because they're corrupted and they're confused. So getting back to the issue of GPL, I saw on Thursday the Vice President spoke about it, where he said there will be, technically, he didn't say that fully in words, but technically he's saying there will be a shakeup in GPL because they're not going to make this government, especially going to general or regional election next year, they're not going to use that to make this government look as though it's failing. And I believe Vice President, although Vice President is acting on that now, I feel it that should have been acted upon a long time. But let me tell y'all something. Y'all see Bar Jagdeo? A lot of people, and not a lot, some people have been misguided, misled, and fed with the wrong information about Bar Jagdeo. They talk all kind of things about him to make him look as the beast. But I can tell you, Jagdeo got a lot of patience. He got a big heart, and he's sorry for a lot of people. You understand? Sometimes I just be real upset about the way the guy deal with certain things in terms of he would see you blatantly violating him, and then he will still call you under his wings and tell you, calm yourself down. Let us work this out. That's how the guy is. But I believe it reached the peak now, where GPL, those moles that are in GPL, are trying to make this government fail. But that won't happen. So the Vice President would have made it clear there will be, technically, he didn't say it again in words, don't misquote me, but there will be a shakeup. And that needs to happen very soon. And I can guarantee you when you have that shakeup in GPL, I can guarantee you will see a change. It might not happen overnight. It might not happen in a week. It will take a time. Because it doesn't mean that these persons or these moles have a switch in their hand and switch on and switch off the electricity. It can be an error probably in the field section. It can be an error probably in excuse me, right? Some people come out with some comment to distract you, right? Yes, it can be an error in the administrative department, an error in the field department. There can be an error somewhere along the line that is being intentionally placed there. So the new management of GPL will have to investigate and find all where the flaws is and correct that. But I guarantee you, with a new system and a new body in place, within a month or two, you will see some changes. Apart from that, the government is in discussions with persons who shows interest or express their interest in assisting the government of Guyana to have that being corrected. And y'all get listen up very clear, because we have a madman by the name of Glenn Lal is going out there to say that the government is selling GPL. Y'all must stop listening to Glenn Lal. I tell people this. Don't listen to mad people. Y'all ever listen to this man? Anything that Glenn Lal said does make sense. Glenn Lal himself don't even make sense, much less what he speaks. The government bought 2 planes. Glenn Lal gone with a whole contradicting story about how much planes you could get with the money and what the government doing with the money and what Jagdeo is. No, it's like this guy, he has a history of false information that his newscast has put out there against people, where people took him to the court. And he ain't stopping. He ain't stopping. The time that same individual is taken to peddle information, what he needs to do is tell the general public how those 6 reporters and why they were executed. That's what that madman needs to tell people. Before he tried to attack people, before he tried to attack the vice president and attack people and put false information out there, Mr. Lal need to come out clear and tell the public. Tell those families of those 6 persons that were executed in Kaichur what happened. That's the first challenge. Before any discussion with Glenn Lal, there's a first thing I want you to tell the public. What happened to those persons? Right? Because he's gone as if he's this clean, he has no history or anything. So, Mr. Vice President, I support your call, and I believe that the people of this country 100% is behind you on shaking up GPL. People are suffering. People are punishing. And I could tell you guys this, a lot of people feel that the government intervene, but the government does not intervene. They allow these bodies to function independently. The government has a large responsibilities of other organizations and bodies and these things to manage. And they allow you to function. They're NDCs, they're ministries that have a lot of issues. But the government allow people to sort themselves out. But I believe this one here, it's a time, it's way overdue that we have a reshuffle in GPL. People are losing too much. People are struggling. And they never ever been compensated. Never. Right? Guys, if you have any issue that you want to clear up, if you have something you want to share, especially as it relates to GPL, you can call in on 611-0200 to share your views and opinion. Good morning, Indy. Better Court. People blame the government and the GPL. The government has nothing to do with that. But I believe the government will have something to do with that now. Let me tell you, once you see Bar Jagdeo step in on an issue, you better believe it that it's going to change. You better believe it that the systems will change for better, not for worse. You see, Jagdeo stay out completely a long time. He haven't been saying anything. But too much of cries and calls by the people. And this is a time that he has to step in, and he will step in. All right? So I know people are already hauling the tails between their foot. Some of them might resign before the intervention of the vice president. They will haul in their tails and disappear. It is time we put a stop to this. It is time that we get rid of the moles. They have to be removed because they will continue to try to make this government fail. But they cannot. Those are little things. The world is seeing the rapid growth by this Irfaan Ali-led administration. And Guyana is now on the map. We, the people, will continue to work with this government because we, the people, are seeing the benefits. We can see it every day. We can feel it every day. Not everything can be done overnight. There's so much things that is here, that's so much thing to be done. But I can tell you something. No government can be effective in one term. Fully effective for a country. It has to be more than one term. It has to be at least 3 terms. You, the people, can see and feel the legacy of a government. It's a foundation. Any government that go and spend 5 years and gone is a hustle. There's a hustle government. There's a full we pocket government. You understand? Y'all know the hustle government? But at one time I was told by an MP right in Linden here when I was the regional coordinator. The man said, Larmo, you don't get no land yet? Why you got to take land by because we know what will happen. Grab land wherever you see land, take land. You could imagine a member of parliament is talking like that. And I'm talking about when they were 3 years in government already. That's to show that the AP and UFC know that they would not have gotten another term. So those people went to full their pocket and beat out in 5 years. And their plan was to 5 years. And they ensured that they maintain their plan. This is the only good thing they do for themselves. The only good thing that they have to do is that they ensure that they bully their way, although they were kicked out of the National Assembly or from government by no confidence motion. In the 3rd year of their term, they maintain that they came 5 years to thief and they will have to take that 5 years so they can thief enough. That's the only thing they were strong on. Anything else? So any government that goes to one term is a hostile government. And that's what I said. It will take a government more than 2 terms to do or to fulfill a proper manifesto plan for 15 years. The government has its manifesto plan along the campaign trail for 5 years. That is because a government is only being given for 5 years, constitutionally. So far, the People's Progressive Party civic government has delivered 99% of its manifesto's promises. I can guarantee you that 100%. They have delivered. For the matter of fact, APNU didn't even have a manifesto plan. All APNU had was a business plan. Let me tell you what happened under APNU. They had nobody could have talked to nobody in the government there. You know what I'm saying? Nobody could have talked to nobody in that government there. Because why? It was a bought and sold. Each ministry were bought. If you don't understand what I mean, it was an investment between all the parties of the coalition. So I invested in Amerindian Affairs. So this is my ministry. I invest in housing. This is my ministry. I invested in In health, that's my ministry. So Granger couldn't talk to none of them. Granger invested in the office of the president. The CEO, nobody can talk to Granger. This is why Granger could never even come out on a press conference. Because he can't talk to he ministers them. So he said, therefore, if I can't scold, you can't scold me. So when they're saying, Chief, at least do 2 press conferences now, he tell him, you just do press conference as a minister. You can't tell me to do press conference. You just listen to me when I talk to you. Hey, Auntie Annette. You just listen to me, Father. So why I must listen to you and do press conference? You understand? So the APNO AFC was a government of investments. Everybody bought their own ministry. So nobody gonna talk to nobody. But under the People's Progressive Party civic government, you have to go align. You have to fall in line. You have to remember that you have a manifesto to fulfill. And that is what they would have done. Why would you want to have a bunch of people that don't know the head from the foot to run this country? Let me give you a perfect example. The People's Progressive Party Civic and the PNC is going to Congress. The PNC might go to Congress sometime this year, and I think, not sure. The People's Progressive Party Civic will be going to Congress next month. Y'all see so far anybody in the PPP on social media or on the radio or on the TV and said, I'm running for leader and I this. Y'all see anybody say that? Y'all see anybody talking in the PPP about, oh, Javier do so, or oh, Irfan do so, or oh, Ashley did so, or Nandala? You see anybody come out to say that? We wouldn't run away from the fact there might be internal issues, and that is normal. There's nothing abnormal in that. We are human beings and we have differences. We all are vying for a position of leadership, so the best will come out. You must have teeth and tongue. That is inside. In a home, we have that. Nothing is perfect. But you would never see any of our leaders of the People's Progressive Party coming out in the public to lash against another one. You would never see that. Y'all look what's going on in the PNC camp. You got Rysdale Ford. He abusing down Aubrey Norton because he running for leadership. Aubrey abusing down Rysdale Ford. How? And here the hints Aubrey, sure you know. Aubrey said he clean. He ain't got nothing on he. He never left no ministry with documents signed for fraud and all these things. So who is sure in the inside? Not Rysdale. Well, if Aubrey could say he's free and he signed over to something blank checks, he instructed for matter of fact to something blank checks to be signed, and he free. Let me tell y'all, those donations for Congresses or however they get it is not Aubrey or the PNC money, you know. But Aubrey feels for some reason that he has a right to spend the people money. Do you understand? This is what he feel. And he's saying he clean. You have a Mansour running for leadership. And you have the big Ganesh Mahipal running for leadership as well. Now you check it. These people didn't only announce their interest in running for leadership for the party, but they're cussing out one another on social media, on the news. Now, why would you want to vote for a government where you have a bunch of hyenas fighting against each other? Because if they are not in government and they can fight like that, much less when they or if they go in government and they have power, what's going to happen? They're going to be fighting at the top there while we at the bottom suffering. I'm going to say this here, the APNU AFC or the PNC is not ready for government, and they will never be ready in the next 50 years, and they will never be there in the next 50 years. So if any of y'all there here who's PNC or AFC, I think you need to reconsider your position. Reconsider it, come over, come home. Because the PBPC is going to be here for a very, very, very long time. We have already planned years ahead. While PNC looking at 2025, we don't get till 2030, 2040. That's how we plan. Right? Those people are a bunch of losers. Those people are a bunch of irrelevant illiterates. They have no sense whatsoever. Why would you want to vote for people? Why would you want to vote for people who cannot function? You understand? Guys, if you have anything to share, I would appreciate you can call in 611-0200 WhatsApp or normal call to share your views or opinion on this discussion this morning. Gary Ali says that real talk, the PNCFC, APNU FC, is enough talks and people of war. I want y'all to mark my words here today. Right? The PNC or the APNU is willing to go by any extent to gain power. You understand? They're willing to go to any extent to gain power. And coming into the next general regional elections, there are going to be a lot of things going on out there. They're going to be threatening the lives of people. But we have to stand firm. Because this is not about the PPP going back into power into 2025. This is not about the PPP returning back to office for a second term in 2025. The picture is bigger than that. The picture is very big. It is us protecting our future, our children's future, protecting Guyana. And in order for we to do that, we must have a government that is competent and caring and ready to work by all means through all challenges. And the only government to do that is the People's Progressive Party civic government. So I want to make that very clear again. Standing up and resist the bullyism, the arrogance, and the blatant rigging by the PNC. We, the people, have to do that. And we have to ensure, we should ensure, we must ensure that we protect our country, we protect our integrity, we protect our children's futures. And the only way we can do that is voting for a government that is prepared to work for you, for me, and for our future. And the only government is the People's Progressive Party Civic. Remember, when that time comes, vote for the PPPC. With that being said, I want to say thank you guys for being here this morning on this random program. I always say that I will be here time and time to share with you. And I want to say thank you so much for being here this morning. This is my time for today. And I will see you when I see you again. Bye for now.